I guess I have to edit this one again. No, sorry, I mean it was always allowed. There we go. Singing it loud.
You're on, by the way.
Oh, hello.
Maybe.
Welcome to the Arabian Nights block. I will start off with Prince of Persia, Arabian Nights. And with me I have Kadareth. Say hello.
I say hello. Hello, everyone.
3, 2, 1, go. So, the way this game came into it... Huh? Oh.
Just messing with you.
Right.
Anyways.
By the way,
Anyway.
you're now in stream Arabian Nights allowed, thank God.
Arabian Nights allowed. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're in prison. Now we escape. So the way this game came about is there's actually a game called Prince of Persia 3D, which most people don't know about. It's like a sequel to the original Prince of Persia games. And then this game was made for the Dreamcast. It's like kind of a remake, and they made it much, much better.
I'm inclined to agree with that.
But they did remove quick saving, so we have to save everywhere, because if we die, we go back to save points.
Yeah, so that's the one thing Prince of Persia 3D had over this, is you could quick save pretty much everywhere. If certain conditions were met. So not everywhere, but good enough. But else, everything was worse. Like, we would still be probably in the first room at this point in Pop 3D, because climbing takes 5 seconds per climb up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the job they did. Like, it was a different studio that made it a year later, and they just improved it on every aspect. It's really impressive. So yeah, right now we're just zooming through. A bit of the story is I don't think we are necessarily anyone important, but we are in love with the princess, and the brother of the Sultan being the father of the princess, has a son, Ragnar, who is half man, half tiger. And he is promised to the princess, or other way around.
Mhm.
And today is the princess's 21st birthday. So that's when the promise has to get met or whatever. But the princess doesn't really want to. So then the princess gets abducted and we get thrown into prison. And now we're on our way to rescue her. That's pretty much it.
so
This time
far,
soon.
yes. So far, not too much in terms of glitches or anything. Mainly just optimized movement as always. But don't worry, we will get to the glitches at some point.
You guys thought this was a speedrun?
Oh,
I'm just
damn. Long play.
I'm just completing it, which is impressive on its own.
True.
Here I have to be a bit careful because there can be an invisible wall sometimes for no reason. My solution is waiting, and so far that has worked. So there's all of these traps everywhere, and any of them will kill you instantly. Like there's nowhere where you just lose a bit of life. You're just dead, and then you have to go back to the checkpoint, to the save point. Okay, first speed strat coming up. I have to move this box to the right and forward, so the resulting vector of that is diagonal. Let's go. Yeah, just getting a sword here. We need that to kill a guard, to pull a switch. Because not every guard has a conveniently placed box above him.
And yes, every in-game cutscene like that will be letterboxed, because I don't know why.
It's a cool transition.
Very cinematic.
And yeah, besides the mandatory combat, we want to avoid all of the combat just as much as possible, because the combat is actually horrible, as you will see in a second. Oh, no, let's... So if you take a potion mid-jump, you skip the animation. It's pretty cool. Do you also have to... Oh, okay. Forgot if you have to equip the sword or if it's automatically. That's not good. Oh, I shield locked him. Okay, nice. There we go. Oops. So yeah, there's 3 buttons for 3 different directional attacks, and then there's a button for blocking. And then the enemy basically has the same moveset, and you have to match the... Wait, how do you match the blocking direction of their attack? I have no idea, actually. I just spam. I alternate between attacking and spamming block. That's usually a pretty good strat. And for some enemies, you can cheese them by what I call sheath locking. We will see that later in the game. Because they continuously want to pull out their weapon, even though they should already be in combat. So yeah, we did all of that to get this bracelet. And with the bracelet we can open the gate here. If you
would not have the bracelet, it would just bite off your hand and you die.
Yep. So here's more mandatory combat. I found a new way to cheese him. I can just... If I stand here, there will always be some distance between us, in which his sword doesn't reach, but mine does. Which is very beneficial.
Do you have time for donations?
I need to concentrate on this combat right here.
Okay, it's fine. We don't have any donations.
Oh, sad. Okay, now there can be donations.
No, we actually don't have any.
Oh.
I was just checking.
He said that to you. I don't know if you can hear the game, but he said traitor.
Oh.
Yeah, and that cutscene explains the story a bit. It's kind of funny. That's where because that was the Sultan, and he's, I think, also captured by his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then he explains, like, yeah, the princess was promised to Ragnar. Okay, on to this level, which will have a lot of platforming. Well, I guess every level has a lot of platforming. That's the whole game.
One thing they really improved or made easier is that in this game you can get running jumps out of standstill.
Yeah.
While in the original, that was not the case. Which was pretty painful.
Yeah, in the original, all of the platforming becomes really arbitrarily difficult just because how clunky it is. I will do like a like a jump like that there. that's how you would jump all the time from standstill in the PC version. Okay, this part's actually kind of tricky. Bad. I pressed the button a bit too early. Okay. And here's the bow guy that was shooting at us before. He was not expecting us.
Yeah, we just spook him.
Big spook. So now we get the bow. Now we just have to not do the same thing, but actually hit the water. And then you can do a little skip here. He pulls the drawbridge up, but you can actually jump to the window instead of pulling the thing down. Very nice. You would otherwise have to shoot the lever with the bow, but I only have one arrow, and I need the arrow in a bit here. So otherwise I would have to also pick up arrows. Makes it kind of slow. So there's the princess, actually. We're almost there already. There's a funny thing on PC here. If you shoot the guard before the cutscene happens, you can actually kill him, and then the game crashes afterwards when he should be crossing the bridge. Just grabbing a potion there because our HP management is really important in this run for a really big skip later on.
And in this game, you get your potions into the inventory. I think you have a cap of 3 potions.
It's 4 potions.
4 potions.
So I
And from then on, you
should-
would consume them immediately.
Okay, need to do actual combat on this one. Also, like, he has a spear, but I think we still have more reach than him. Okay. Haven't found a cheese for him yet. Combat it's not that hard early on, but later on the enemies get just so much more health. It becomes kind of impossible. So yeah, just grabbing a bunch of potions. Nope. Forward, please. So now we're making our way to the top here, which is how you open a door. I actually didn't know that when I played the PC version the first time. So the only solution back then was to just clip through the door. Which is what this whole speedrun started, I guess. Okay, we can skip him. If I stand here, he de-aggroes. Gonna get the bow with my one arrow, hope I don't miss. Have to shoot him. Okay. And then, of course, pretty obvious that he would fall over onto the button, opening the door. Oh yeah, the reason why I didn't know you had to do that because I skipped the bow entirely, so I was already screwed. But yeah, on the PC you can do a glitch with alt tabbing if you alt tab mid jump and then go back into the game, it skips some frames or something, and then you can clip through very thin walls or doors.
Yes, but only if you have very specific hard and soft.
Right. It only works on a certain laptop that doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, anymore. World record
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, the PC version in general is pretty hard to get running, I believe. There's only 2 people besides me who have played it more than once, I think. One being Caddy and the other one Samabam. Shoutouts to Samabam.
Yep.
He was the first one to actually run this version, or do a full run of it. Because I used to think that it was too hard because you didn't have quick saves,
Mm-hmm.
but it actually is pretty doable. I wonder if epicdudeguy has eaten his daily obligatory frikandel special yet. Racism, SMH. Not at noon. Actually, haven't eaten one of those in a long time. Oh, big skip coming up here. There's a million ways to do this area, and I don't know if any of them is the correct way. Probably not. But there's a bunch of stuff you can do here. But this one is the best one, because it skips straight to the end. You just have to get it. That's not good. Luckily there's a save pretty close. So. If you go over, the water here is deadly. There's like a water creature or something.
It's a theme they tend to revisit in this game.
Yeah. Which is also why you need the boat, I think. Actually, that water, if you go in there, the creature isn't there, right? Like before the boat. I don't know. Let's see if we can get it now. Oh. Shit. It's worth it. Trust me.
Still faster than the alleged intended way, if it exists.
What I'm trying to do is just get on top of this thing and then jump from it. But you need to kind of clip inside it to get on top of it. I don't think that's enough. No. That should be good. So now I just need to turn to face in the right direction, then jump, get on top, and then jump to the whatever this is. And there you go. That definitely saved time. Getting a sword upgrade there. That sword lets you block projectiles when you have it equipped or active, which will be useful in one particular section. Oh, close. Always have to
Every
try
time.
it. Save so much time if you could just grab it. If you play this game casually, you'll die like all the time to all of these traps because like I only avoid them because I know where they are, but even still sometimes when I have to de-rest this game I just get absolutely wrecked by some of the traps that are less visible. It's super brutal. No, people haven't played this casually. At least not to completion. It's too difficult.
But we assume that would be.
It's hypothetical. So I can do... Oh, damn it. I can do a glitch here. Right. So I can push the box while being unaffected by arrows. Even though I got hit one time already. That was the glitch found by Samaban.
Also note how that box weighed down the entire stone structure there. Something doesn't add up.
Not to worry about it. Oh. Even though with my weight, I was able to get pulled up. Need to avoid this guy and then this trap here. If you die there, you go far back. Go back pretty far. Oh. I don't know why he dropped there. Must have read a down input. It's kind of not great for my life management, but we'll see. Almost dropped again. Can we go to the side? Yes. Okay, this one's really important. This is an instant death arrow. It will kill any enemy instantly. And there's a couple bosses in this game which that works on, so it's very effective.
Very good climbing technique.
Please don't fall off. Also important here to not jump without hitting the cutscene first. So you hit the cutscene midair and then you die. Okay, so can I... Okay, I have some potions. Should be fine. Let's hope I get a good fight here. Okay, that was a block. Nice. Can we get it unscathed? Nice. Then everything should be fine.
Another thing that really helps with the speed in this game is that when you hit a wall or anything, you actually keep your momentum. You can still run into it, while in the original you would just stop dead in your tracks. Even if you go at a very slight angle, it just completely stops you.
It's actually so horrible to even play. Like a lot of the corridors are pretty small, and then you have to do a 180 in a corridor or something, and then you just can't make the turn without bonking. Yeah, they really improved the game a lot with this version. You wouldn't know it until you played the original.
Or at least watched it, because you probably don't want to play
Right. Yeah. True. Yeah. When I first played that game, I said, this will never be a speedrun. Just because of how slow it is. But I was wrong.
Well, I don't know, arguably you were right, because it might still not qualify as
Luckily this version exists. Oh, I was looking at chat. Yeah, this game is still pretty janky, but it was made in the year 2000, so it's pretty old. Kind of crazy to think that Sense of Time was only 3 years after this. Sense of Time is actually insanely well made, if you compare it like that. So here's the section where I die a lot. There's this rope here, and ropes are annoying. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty tight. And since there's a save point right there, it kind of means that the previous save point was
further away.
Very far back, yes. But we managed. That jump in the original is even more insane, because you have to get a running jump to even get to the rope. Yes. And there's no
you can't
space.
Place the camera behind you. So but at least you have quick save, I guess.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
That is the wrong kind of jump.
So there we pick up a super jump potion, which results in jumps like these.
Obviously.
That's what they do.
You would know that from jumping and then dying and then, oh, I see.
Did my game glitch out?
Right.
Guys, I found moon jump.
So I had to do a standing jump here to reach this thing.
Actually, it's not even a potion in this game, I see.
Yeah, it's just
a power-up.
Yeah. Just to walk into it. And then I can do this area a bit unintended by grabbing this part, which I thought was intended actually, but it's not apparently. Oh, that is also a short jump. Okay. I am smart. Third time's the charm. So all the time gained from not dying to the rope is now lost. Feels bad. No.
Clearly there's not enough space.
Hold the button to short jump. And then do so again. And there we go. Now we can
if you
reach...
just do a purely vertical jump in this game and land back on the ground, you still take damage? Do you know?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, it's also good.
I'm not sure. Yeah, you just jump too high.
Yeah.
You have the strength to jump really high, but not to like withstand
Yeah.
that fall. Obviously. Okay, let's heal up. And there's new cheese I found here, a new sheath lock, which I can do by aggro him. Oh, okay, he has to come at me first. Then I go out of his aggro range, and then back into it, or something. No, didn't work. Then we will just fight him normally. Okay, pretty good fighting. It's just if I can glitch him, it's just a lot faster because he can never block then. Now it's just spamming.
On to the palace.
Yeah, best level. Because we haven't done any air swimming, right?
No.
But we
Why
will
would
soon.
you do that?
After we sheath lock this guy, hopefully. Yeah, so if you can hear that, he's trying to pull his or put his weapon away all the time, but I keep hitting him, so that's the sheath lock. And now there will finally be some water for us to do some glitches in.
Wait, you went the wrong way. Oh.
How long does this level take on the PC?
Bit longer, I hope.
So a slight oversight that was on this version alone is you can crawl backwards, and then when you fall off a ledge, it puts you really close to the ledge. So close even that you can swim out of bounds, or like you're basically out of bounds then. And if you fall into water, you get the swimming state, and then you can just swim out of bounds. And when you swim out of bounds, you never resurface, so you can just go anywhere. And right there, we just go into the trigger for the next level.
Thing with the air swim though is we still have our breath to take care of, so you're somewhat time limited, unless
Yeah.
you can drink.
Well, yeah, we will use that later, because that's why we're taking all the potions and keeping our health high, because we can then do a really big swim later on.
Oh look, water.
And we're also limited by loading zones. Luckily here, that's not much of a problem, because we can just go in here. Also, the swim speed isn't very fast, but it's alright. So now we get here, and it's so nice because every time you resurface, there's water again, so you can just go out of bounds again. Except for this one, so I'm just skipping these doors here, but now there's no water anymore. But luckily, there is a save point. And it doesn't really save your swimming state. So what we do is just save and unload it, and we're out of swimming. Because we can't use it further than this. Because of the loading zones.
But we're pretty much at the end of this level already.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm pressing buttons. Okay, so here's the boss. And if you remember, we picked up a certain arrow. I don't know if it shows how much health she has, but she has 0 now, that's for sure.
Doesn't look like a lot.
I think she has like 8 health potions, which is like 24 health points. It's kind of impossible, actually, if you would just fight her normally.
It's also kind of funny because in the PC version, she's like the easiest boss because
Yeah.
her unsheathing animation takes like 10 seconds, so you just completely button mash her to death until you can't.
On the PC, you have another glitch with the bow, right? Where you
Yes, you can rapid fire.
rapid fire, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists here. Also on PC you can jump to the right there, but you can't do that here. Jump is just a bit shorter for some reason.
Also not sure if it's in this version as well, but basically you don't jump straight, even if you press forward and jump.
I think
you jump at a slight angle.
I think you do jump straight in this one.
Okay. Yeah. So in PC, if you want to gain the maximum distance from your jumps, you actually have to not jump straight.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's very good.
Okay. That guy can get you stuck really easily. He was nice to me. So how is my... Okay. So the blue potion that we have actually restores all of our life. So that will allow us to swim really far, because when you're out of breath, your life just depletes slowly, and then you can heal it back to full when you're almost dead. And then you can swim really far. But
Yes, if you're suffocating, just put a band-aid on it.
yeah, just drink a potion underwater. Also, amazing animation right here. Sliding down is slower than climbing up, I'm pretty sure. Also, here's a slightly unintended skip. You're supposed to get up here using a box, but we can just jump across pretty easily. On PC it's a bit more difficult, but
Again, because you don't have a running jump from standstill, so you have to measure it out.
the classic. Where do I jump to reach
Where's
the
the
thingy? Let's do a shortcut. Oh, the smooth movement. Oh, yeah. I knew there was going to be a trap that I forgot. So yeah, that's what happens. Luckily, this one was pretty close to a save point. Why do I think I need to confirm something? Here's also some sort of trap where if you go into the next room without lowering this light... Wait, can you actually?
I think so. At least probably with clipping.
Wait. I thought you could, because you die instantly.
Yeah, you do.
But how do you open the gate? Because it's just opened with a button. Maybe on PC it's different?
Probably.
Yeah, so
I will
here
not find it out now.
there's more traps here that you just can't see, but I'm avoiding them right now. Yep. This way.
But yeah, you get one shot in that corridor and then you put on the lights and it's just one guy with a spear.
Yeah.
And you just run past him.
Some kind of weird trap. Oh, jump. Okay. That section is actually impossible on PC. Because if you get put into the wall by the moving stairs, then you just can't do anything anymore. You keep staggering. It's insanely difficult.
Yes. Also, of course, the camera is like fixed at a very weird angle, so
Yeah.
it's not helping. And on PC, that boss right here is on the previous platform, so you can also just ignore him.
Same as here.
Exactly. Just one step earlier. And in case you think we're skipping these bosses, that's actually intentional or intended, because in the, like, at least the PC version manual, it actually says you should choose your fights carefully and try to avoid them if possible.
Oh.
So,
You have the manual?
yes, I mean, I got it gifted by Toka.
Of course.
I just say it was gifted. He hasn't asked me to return it yet.
Very nice. Oh, not there yet. We need to get a key now. There's these new enemy types. Well, they're pretty much the same as the other ones, but they look different. Here's the key.
Damn, Toka has been looking for the manual for longer than he knows me. That's interesting. Good point, Sphere.
It's a collector's item. Can we get the glitch again? Yes! Let's go. Magic. Oh, oh, oh. I think I'm just gonna try it. Yeah, you can just drop down here. You can't do that on PC. I don't know why you can here.
Probably because this version is better.
Yes. They didn't fix the swinging though. You have to swing backwards first before you can swing forwards. Even though you have momentum.
Did they fix these traps though? I also don't think they did.
I mean, they're really easy here. They're a lot. I think they're a lot slower.
Yeah. Not sure about the hitboxes,
Maybe-
but in the PC version, even if they like slightly out of their like state where they would be fully retracted, they count as active, so you dance into it.
I think maybe it's because you move quicker as well.
Mm.
It's more responsive. As soon as I press forward, I move quickly. I don't know.
Wait, you don't take 5 seconds to speed up first? What?
So rip cool dialogue.
Yes.
He's
Just
still.
passing through, old man.
Yeah, there's a flute there that we picked up, which you would obviously know to get. Okay, skip here. Nice. And then I need to not fall in. Yeah, here. Okay. It's so dark.
Not fall in this very easily visible gap.
Yeah. And here there's another one. Yes. Actually can't see anything. Okay. So the flute is needed here, but you can just get here without grabbing the flute. And I'm not sure if you can go back if you're here already. So
I
now,
think you probably could. Not sure
I
if
mean,
the
you
first like hole is
you
deep
could,
enough where you couldn't get out. Whatever.
Can we grab the rope, please? So yeah, we did all of that to avoid the water, because the water here is deadly. Like we talked about before, there's a monster occupying the water.
Yes, everywhere.
Yes, he is omnipresent.
This is a slight detour.
Yes. This is another one of the one-shot weapons. And there's a boss here, which is very convenient. But we can just skip the boss as well. So we don't need the sword. Actually, I'm not sure if it works on him. I've never killed him ever.
In either version. This is where the running jump out of standstill comes in really handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god.
This run is just entirely to make Caddy jealous. I think it's working.
Very much so. I'm not sure if I'm more jealous or hurting, but
Even more so when we enter the next level.
yes.
Called Dirigible. If you don't know what dirigible means, like I do, like I don't, it's like a giant airship, air balloon thing. And by giant, I mean like giant, the size of the moon or something. On PC,
So this should have a lot of sub-levels, right?
also this, I found out you can do just this.
Oh god. Okay.
It's pretty nice. But yeah, this contains, on PC it's 4 levels, right?
Yes.
And this one they cut one, because the Dreamcast has a lot less memory than you would have on PC. So I think that's why they cut 2 levels.
No, I think they just knew they were terrible levels.
Yeah. So the levels they cut are luckily the worst 2 levels you could ever think of. So it's very convenient for us.
Yes. Because as it turns out, levels centered around vertical movement in the game with very slow vertical movement is not very fun to play.
Yeah. It's probably that probably has something to do with it, why those levels were cut. Actually, yeah, obviously didn't know that before I started playing, and then I was just like, wait, what? That's
I skipped the
amazing. Because yeah, I was...
Can I reproduce this skip?
Because the level that is cut, I was really afraid of doing without having quick save. Because it involves a lot of like weird platforming with moving objects, which we will see here as well. But
Yeah.
this one's not that hard. He said.
Ah, yes. The classic.
Nice. Come on. Okay. Yeah, there's a skip you can do here, but I'm not gonna do it because I couldn't get it in practice. It requires a very precise jump, and when I tried it, didn't even look close. So just gonna do it normally.
Yeah. And see how without quick save, that's probably not a good idea to go
Yeah.
for it.
There is a slight time constraint here. Because this thing will move down soon. Yes, okay. We made it. So you would be able to jump to here earlier. But it's not much of a time save compared to how much you're risking.
Also, one thing to note, whenever Prince climbs a vertical rope like on the lefty there, at the end you have to let go and he gains some like distance backwards. And on PC that's like that distance is 2 centimeters.
Yeah,
So he, and here he
very-
just launches himself backwards.
Very monk-esque. So normally he would be put into Dirigible 2 here, but we
Yes.
go into I don't know what's it called. Is it Palace? No.
Upper dirigible.
Oh, Upper Dirigible. Okay. Oh, which is why we never saw any of this. There was no staircase before. Oh, rip save. Well, don't die. Probably shouldn't need to crawl here, just jump. At the right time, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Wait, do
You
you
have to
actually?
hit the first one,
Wait,
and
actually?
then
Oh,
avoid
and
the
then.
second one.
Oh, is that how it works?
I think at least
Right.
on PC it is.
That makes more sense, actually. Skipped the wrong one.
No staff.
Yeah, in Dirigible 2, which we didn't have to do, you lose all your weapons. But since we didn't do that, we still have
Yeah.
our weapons. So we don't get the weapon you would get here. Which is fine.
Lucky you.
There's not... Well, actually, that is pretty lucky because we get to keep our one-shot sword,
Mm.
which we will use on the boss. Or the sub-boss. Boss. Person. I mean, I guess it is the boss, but... Okay, I'll stop talking.
Ish.
Yeah, we got a save point again, luckily. This is kind of scary. Also, they changed this section a bit.
Yeah,
Which-
you see the left side there is open, so you
Yeah.
can just jump across
I think
to the next part.
it's because you can get another bow and on
Yes.
PC.
Okay. Yeah, you skipped the bow pickup there.
Yeah, I don't need. I still have my bow, so I guess that's why
Yeah.
they thought that useless.
Just funny to see how they just walled off that part.
Yeah. So another mega jump pickup. And there is another type of pickup which is more max life, which will become very useful when we swim for a long time. So this section is pretty hard to do if you don't know exactly what you need to do, like what kind of jump. Also here we stand on the tree, very cool. Barely can't reach that platform. Yes. Yeah, the super jump can be pretty brutal if you just jump incorrectly by accident. You just jump so far, you'll probably die. Oh no, I can hear the most deadly traps in the game. Ah yes, this section on PC. Oh, I guess I'll just walk back
Well-
because I missed it. Oh,
Obviously, you would do that, right?
okay, there we go. It's just because I have played the PC version, it makes me feel so happy when I'm playing this version. Everything's just better.
Be careful, sir. That room is filled with poisonous gas.
Also, nice dialogue that they actually kept in. It's one of the few ones. Because this one explains that you should put the box on top of the holes. Otherwise, there's gas coming out of it when you pull this lever. If that wasn't obvious. Oh, yeah. You need to get it first try. Oh well.
So there is a button to turn around. Allegedly.
Yeah, makes this doable.
Makes the game finishable.
Can I grab the sword here? 'Cause the one-shot sword has 3 charges. And we'll use one of them here. Wow, he blocked it. What a god.
Does that use up a charge?
I'm not sure actually. But it has 3 and we only used 2, so it should be fine. Guess I can check. Oh, no, it didn't.
Oh, nice. Smart sword.
Yeah. That would have been really bad if I had to fight the boss without the one-shot sword. And now suddenly the rest will appear.
Nothing at the top, a lot at the top.
Hey, don't bully. This was an old game. Can't just load everything in at the same time.
Oh, it is?
So now we're all the way at the top of the dirigible. Which is where we will face off the final boss of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Or so they think. Oh yeah, tanks a bit here. A little bit.
I couldn't tell. But now that you mention
Oh, he's right behind me.
it, an ambush.
And he's dead. But it's not over. He escapes. And he flies off on his Pegasus-like creature.
But where does he fly off to?
Which grabs us as well and drops us mid-air. And it then drops us somewhere in the air. And in the PC version, you get put in the floating ruins by falling into a tub like this in a similar way. But because the floating ruins doesn't exist anymore in this version, you get put in the level after right away. But because you're still falling in the cutscene and landing, or you have to land in something, so they put water there.
Oh no.
That water also helps us to skip a lot here, which is very nice. It's a big win-win. How can he escape when you literally just killed him? Ah, he has plot armor. So now
This
we'll
is where
just,
the potions come in handy.
yeah. So I need to swim carefully around this dude. He's like, what?
Excuse me.
Am I tripping or what? Okay, this section can be tricky sometimes because I'm still like in some stuff, but rocked. Yeah, I need to hit the floor there to load. Now just watch my health. So yeah, this level normally takes like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. And now it takes 3 maybe.
20 minutes on Dreamcast, so an hour on PC.
Yeah. So when I tick to my last life point, I will grab the blue potion. Now we're full life. So the life upgrade makes the blue potion more effective. But we're not there yet. We still need to swim for a bit, so that's why I have a lot more potions. So we need not hit another load there. You might probably didn't see it. And now we leave our plane of existence to the next one. As Sam would put it, I think.
You can't swim straight up, so you have to spiral up.
So now we'll just swim to the next level. I'll just use my last potions. There we go. That was the entire cliffs skipped with swimming.
Now we're in Sun Temple.
Yeah, there's only 2 temples left. After this one, you think, oh, then it must be almost over.
Well,
But the other temple is very long. This one, not so much. So we have to put a box on the button here. To open the gate. And then we get these moving platforms which can troll you sometimes. I'm gonna try to just use the middle one only. Okay, nice.
can you do these jumps also without the moving platforms?
Yeah.
Okay. Because in PC you definitely want to don't activate them.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, you still can't quick save on them, but yeah, still makes it easier.
So in that cutscene, Ragnar ties up the princess to like a death trap. A timed death trap. Because the princess doesn't love him. Sag. And then he's just like, okay, well then you can have no
I
one.
will kill you, but not right now.
Yes. But maybe if someone were to be able to save you, then I will let that happen.
I will give them a chance at least.
So I don't really need that much health anymore, but it's still nice. It's basically for the final boss. Let's make it a bit easier. So here it's like, where do I go? Can't really see. Especially in cliffs, the level we just
Yes.
swam through entirely. It's full of those places where you just have no idea where the next platform is. You just have to guess by jumping in like straight up.
Platforms look the same like the walls from the side, so you could only tell that's a platform if you look from above, but you can't look at them from above when you're coming from below.
Yeah.
So.
So this is the Moon Temple, which is the last level before the final boss. But it's very long, as I said. We have to put like a bunch of lights in a sequence to open doors and then do stuff. But first, there's a skip here that I want to get. Nice. You would normally have to shimmy all the way across while hanging. But it's big enough to just walk on.
Clearly. So these are the towers with the crystals that produce the light once we open up the ceiling. And then we also have to rotate them, yeah.
It's really easy to get lost in this level. Luckily, I know exactly where to go. Here's a cool setup. It's normally very annoying to get to that bar because of the traps. But luckily, that jump makes it perfectly. So we need to get here to pull down something.
Yeah.
It's very logical if you do everything in the intended order, but if you don't know where to go, then it's pretty random.
Huh, what could we do with this?
I'll take this save. I like how the camera just assumes that you would die there. It's like, oh, you made it. Okay.
Oh, I didn't.
Right, and then here I can do a jump to skip the rope. Nice bait.
Can that archer still hit you through walls?
Don't know.
Well, let's not find out better. But yeah, on PC, you also skip him, but you better quick save a lot because sometimes he just shoots arrow through the door, through the wall.
Damn.
Optimally while you're climbing, of course.
Yeah, another difficult part here is the levers are pretty hard to see. If you don't know that you have to pull one, then good luck finding it.
Damn, I'm in an empty room.
So take some damage here, just to get down quickly. Another save point, God bless. And then here's the... Oh, that's not here yet. Like, did you guys see the lever before I went there? Or not? Pretty sure you can't really see that. So here,
It's great because
this
yeah,
way.
Go ahead.
Here's this trap is very brutal. You can't swing backwards because then you die to the traps. You can also not swing too far forwards because then you die to these spikes. But we managed.
Luckily, that won't be a thing again. Oh.
Yeah, so now we activate those moving platforms, and those were the main reason I thought this game was impossible, because those moving platforms are really difficult. But yeah, I kind of have a setup for them. Also, this section exists. Nice.
And that's a problem.
Can you share your experiences on PC from that
I'd
section?
rather not. I wish I had no experience with it. Yeah, that's another part where you can't swing backwards because then you get impaled. But also, like, I'm not sure how it is on Dreamcast version, but on the PC version, letting go of the rope swings optimally is basically luck. Because you would
Right,
think
yeah.
it's like at the peak or like when you have maximum forward momentum, but no.
Yeah, that's
Just drop that.
that's the main problem on the PC. I remember now. Yeah, on this it's not that hard to release on the Apex. It's pretty obvious. So yeah, the setup here is to just hang there to get the perfect position, because you have to do a max jump here, and that barely makes it. So if you're not, like as you can see there, that wasn't. Yeah, that was pretty close. And then we can just skip the second one by jumping diagonally. And now we... this lever. I knew there was something.
That's interesting because the levers are more visible in the PC version, so they made them less visible. We made everything better. How can we make something worse?
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, we have to. Now we just have to backtrack basically. So we don't need to pull that. Doesn't do anything. Just go back. And then pull this one. And then we get this trap section, which is also scary. Now we just basically went all the way around just to open the door. I mean, you probably don't recognize this as the same area that we were already in, but it is. And now we're
Brings us to the final puzzle.
Yeah, big puzzle. The puzzle being guessing and being lucky. Luckily, it's not random. Let's see if I can do this quickly. I already know the answer, so it's easy. Oh,
Yeah, if you step on any wrong tile, you get one shot like that.
Unlucky. Go again. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything to these, the things on the walls, which would give a hint to which ones are deadly. Don't think so. I think it's just the pattern. But you can skip 2 of them by jumping over it, so.
Final boss time.
Yep. Gonna grip the sword. Oh, I didn't save. Okay, well, it's fine.
Yeah, could be worse.
I have a better setup for the cheese now. If you think we would fight the boss normally, then you're wrong.
Well,
Oh, well, that didn't. This is the interesting cheese, but not the one I intended. This is really fast though. Just get stuck inside, and then you can do a lot of damage quickly.
you also see the princess there tied to the machine.
Yeah. I usually watch the cutscene, but I kind of skipped it. Also, I never get the music. Usually there's like hype music here, but now it's just the normal calm music.
can get ready on time-ish.
Yep, this is the final section. We will do the exact same thing as before.
What?
Just drop down. Do I have... Okay, oh. Element to grab. Does it still work now? Oh, it actually failed. Let's do it again. And now we're inside him again.
And
Oh! No, I died.
not time.
I should have healed. I had potions. Now I have to do the puzzle again as well. Oh my god.
Do I reset the timer?
Why didn't I just heal? God damn it. That's awkward. Yeah, time isn't yet. I'm sorry. Just wanted to play the game a bit more.
Just wanted to not go ahead too much because you're still ahead by quite a bit.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
First try. Let's go. Okay, we're gonna watch the cutscene now. That makes more sense.
Save.
You would have actually PB'd if you didn't die.
Oh, doesn't matter.
So feel bad.
Oh no.
Now it's just a let's play.
I feel like she's already dead by now. You can tell like the cog has already turned
Yes.
enough. I'll just save first.
I'm gonna go back to bed. Just call me when you get to the boss fight. I'll come back. Don't choke this time.
Okay. I'll do the sheath lock, 'cause it's funny. Just have to drop a bit earlier so I don't get stuck inside. So yeah, that's the other way to choose. The first one I did's a lot faster though, but don't think it's that consistent. Because he can still hit you, and if you do it like this, he can't do anything. So I guess I'll just heal to full here, just in case. Come at me. Classic Mexican standoff. Out of still?
Oh no, I slipped.
Such insane combat right here. Time.
GG.
Yes.
So now he falls into the cogs, stopping the thing just in time.
Yes, it definitely was that close.
My love, but I thought
You're not gonna say anything? Or
I'm watching the cutscene.
I don't have audio. Sorry. Can you play it again? I interrupted your movie night. I'm sorry.
lies to the north.
So it does.
Am I to be stolen away again?
Again? Wow, beautiful. Yeah, that was Prince of Persia, Arabian Nights. I was epicdudeguy, joined with Keterev. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commentating.
Thank you for having me.
Next up is
Stick around. Yeah.
another Arabian Nights game, which was inspired by the Prince of Persia series. So it's very good, so stick around for that. And have a good one.